Welcome back to the Pokemon Firered Nuzlocke. Obviously, we didn't really progress much last episode, but we are going to progress a lot more. Last episode, I did talk a lot about the gaming community, and it's a massive thing. I think if you're going to make it anywhere now, you've got to be into media or gaming. They're the two biggest businesses out there right now, really. And they are going to be for a long time because it is part of human life. Ages ago, yes, admittedly, the gaming community was massively overrun by guys, but even now, a lot of girls are into it. 100%. My girlfriend will. She's not 100% into games, but she'll definitely sit down and play something with me. Admittedly, she likes the more simpler games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, but it's quite nice to have that change. I quite enjoy sometimes when we just sit down and play Crash or Spyro. Not saying that they are really simple, because they get Spyro not as much, but Crash does get really difficult. I think gaming is a great way to bring people together. Anyone could pick it up. Yes, it's going to take you a little while to learn, but anyone can pick it up. And it's not my whole life, because I do need my time away from gaming. Admittedly, when I'm with my girlfriend, we don't spend a lot of time. It's only in the evening every now and then that we will. But we'll normally go out with me, her, my stepdaughter, and we'll go out, because that's what we enjoy doing together. And for me, I prefer gaming when I've got nothing else to do, because I enjoy it a lot more then, and I find I like to sit down sometimes, and admittedly I will sit down with her the odd time and just go, look, I need a bit of time to myself, and I'll tune out into a game. For me, it's a place of escape. That's why I love it so much, and it's always going to be a massive part of my life. Admittedly, it's not as big as what it used to be, because used to I'd get paid for my job, and every single penny would go onto my gaming stuff. A lot of it still does go onto my gaming stuff, but I'm a lot more nope, I don't need that. It's pointless, because if you look if I showed you my Steam profile, I have something oh, there's an item there. 400 and something games. Found it. Yeah, but anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, on my Steam profile, there's about 500 and something games. Have I played all those games? 100%. No. Does it mean that I'm never going to play those games? Not at all. I might play them at some point. But what I'm doing is because I want to save money for my future with my girlfriend. But I also want to make sure that I have a bit of enjoyment. So I will spend every paid day, I'll give myself a limit of what I can spend, what I can't spend, because I want to keep it at the moment. We've just recently invested to a new mic because it will help here, and also went and got myself Last of Us 2, because they're two things that, one, Last of Us 2 I can record, two, it's one of the few games that are coming out this year, because obviously this year everything's kicked off. It's been quite a bad year for everyone. I've struggled with it, but I'm not gonna sit down and cry and say I've had it worse than everyone else, because I haven't. I've had it pretty bad. I can't explain why, but it has been very tough. But there's a lot of people out there that are I feel sorry for people that are necessarily self-employed and that, because they've really struggled with lockdown, because they haven't had anyone help them out really. I know they sorted something out, but they had to go through months where they would have to get credit cards and that, just because they had no other way to pay for stuff, which is sad, because if anything, they've done the best thing possible. They've tried to improve it, but yeah, it's not really we're getting through it now. Hopefully it's just going to get better from now. I'm obviously ready for it to get better. I haven't been able to see my girlfriend and my stepdaughter for ages. So yeah, I would love to see them properly, and to be with them. There's reasons behind that, and there's reasons for everything. I'm just happy that me, no one's been affected by it around me. There's always thoughts there for anyone that has lost anyone, because my god, it's hard enough losing someone, let alone losing them like this. I had a really sad moment where I thought we thought we lost my granddad, and he's really close to us. He's very much been one of my parents when I was growing up. He was always there for us, and he always makes time for us. And he fell really ill, and that was horrible, because all you want to do is, when someone's ill and someone's you want to go and give them a hug and let them know that you love them, but you just couldn't, because as much as I wanted to, what I was doing was best at the time to stay away, just in case if I gave it to him. Yeah, it's been a hard year for everyone. Been fires in Australia, there's been there's been the protests in about Black Lives Matter. It's been hard for everyone, and it is always hard. These last few years, I've been very much it's been the worst years in my life, and I've really struggled. I've had points where I'm being what's the point? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life, and that, that scared me, because one thing I always wanted was a family, and to be proud of my life, and for my family to be proud of me. And I just, I was in a position where I thought, no, I'm not going to happen. But the thing is, one thing I want to do with my channel on here is, one, be there for all of you guys that are watching, because I think this is the best platform to be there for people. You can't be there for everyone, because that's impossible, but you can try and help as much as possible. you'll be surprised if you've got a friend that's struggling. Literally, little things like sending them a message will do them a world of good. Like, that's what I needed some days, is just someone to go, like, oh, Cam, how are you coping? Like, and like, just talk to me for a bit. And like, that does a world of good. Like, that person to speak to you, and that person to, and like, depression's a massive thing, but I'm not saying that everyone will go through depression, but everyone will go through some problem in their life, and it is hard. And the one thing that you've just got to do is keep fighting, because this is one thing I got told when I was going through it, is if you decide to take your life right now, you will never know what happens after. And with how it is right now, things can't get any worse than what it is, which was completely true. Like, I remember thinking, like, yeah, it's the worst thing ever, like, nothing's ever gonna get better. And I was getting to that point where I was like, I don't want to be alive anymore. But I kept fighting it, and I'm still not quite there yet, but I can see positive energy now, and I can see the positive things that are going to come through it. And like, it's massive. Like your life's never worth taking, and it's never worth taking someone else's life. But you do have to, as much as it's hard at the time, you have to open up to someone, like, because you need that support there when you're going through that. And that was my biggest problem at the time, is I wanted to help myself, but I wasn't willing to let anyone else help me, because I didn't want to let them know. Because me with my family is, I've always been the strong one in the family. Like, I've been the one that's helped, and I didn't want to show them I was struggling at all. So when I was, and they found out, a few of them were shocked, but a few of them noticed the difference in me. Yeah, like, it was really, really difficult. And the only way you're gonna get out of it is if you do something about it. Whether that's go into something like counselling, whether it's something to go to, like, you might even go to on medication, anything like that. Like, medication didn't work for me. If anything, I found it made me worse. But counselling really did help me, because as much as it's scary talking to a random person about counselling, they're just there to help you, and all they're going to do is try and get you to think in the right way. And that is what you need sometimes. That's why a lot of these, like, celebrities and that, get a counsellor, because they need that reassurance. Like, you've already got it up there, but you need telling yourself. And that helps, like, massively. And like, if it wasn't because of the lockdown, I would still be going. Like, I enjoyed it a lot going. It's nice to go to someone that isn't involved. You know what I mean? Like, the problem with going to family and that is they're the ones that are always there, and they're the ones that can only see in a way that's protecting you, because that's what they want. They want the best for you. Because going to him when this was all happening, he would let me see things in like a bigger picture in a way, and go like, and he would reassure me that like, yeah, I am actually worth being around. I'm not a nuisance to anyone. I'm not like anything. And he also, like, one thing he reassured me was, don't let people hold you back, because that's the worst thing you can do. He said, if you let people hold you back, that's when you're gonna have regrets. That's when you're not gonna hit your targets, because you will never believe that you can do it. But if there's anything any of you guys want to do, there is a way to do it. You've just got to put your mind to it and not let anyone get to you. Like, the other day, like, I count it as constructive criticism, because all they're doing is saying, look, this would help you with your YouTube channel. And I agree with them completely, but something like that could have also went and backfired against me. I could have been like, oh, like, I've had that comment and like, I'm just awful, like, it's not worth me uploading. I could have been like that. But no, like, it's always worth doing something you enjoy. If you want to do something, go for it. Don't think of what other people are going to think. And one thing, make sure you're surrounded by people that are encouraging you and positive, because that's the biggest thing. Like, someone else to believe in you is what will make you achieve. Because if someone else believes in you, then you'll start believing in yourself, because you'll think, well, they think I'm doing a good thing, and so I know I'm going to achieve it now, right? And like, no matter what you got to do, it's not going to ever be easy. It's very rare that something gets handed to you. But if you want something, you've just got to keep fighting for it. You've got to keep giving yourself motivation. You've also got to keep reminding yourself up here why you wanted to do it in the first place. Because, like with this YouTube, the reason I wanted to do it is because, one, I would love this to get somewhere. I love doing this. I think it's great fun. I've learned a bunch of skills since I've done it. Like, I wouldn't have been able to edit my Pokemon down below me or any of the badges just before I started this. And I wouldn't have been able to do this whole layout. Wouldn't have been able to talk to a camera like I can right now. Wouldn't have been able to do a lot. And there are days where I go like, can I be bothered to do this? Do I want to? Like, I've been doing a lot recently. I can take a break. But then I remind myself, no, like, if I want to get somewhere, I want to do something, keep going at it. Don't let anyone hold you back, and don't get shy. But anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. Obviously, we got out the cave. We do have the next gym just from the right to us. We will level up our Pokemon just a bit before we get to that gym, because at the moment I might be able to take it on, but I don't want to risk those Pokemon really. We are going to lose a few in this Nuzlocke, but I don't want to lose any really at the moment because we're so early into the Nuzlocke. But anyway, make sure you leave a like in this video and also subscribe down below. And if any of you guys ever need like someone to talk to, then you should just, like, you can always comment and I will find a way to message you guys, or I will also let you guys know what I think, and just let me know what you think of the content as well. But anyway, I will see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed the video.